The Argentinian government has struck a substantial debt deal with some major creditors, saving the country billions of dollars. But don't get me wrong, Argentina to this day owes a fortune, more specifically $323 billion. That is 323 followed by 9 zeros. And it probably won't be able to ever pay back. On the top of that, it also owes several billion to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and to bondholders of various shapes and sizes around the world. A default happens when a country does not make the planned payments to its debtors. Since the start of 2020, Argentina was going toward its 9th default, the 3rd of the past 20 years. The government stopped paying all their debtors in May of 2020. And of course, this has consequences. The government has been negotiating with a group of large United States investment firms. In an attempt to mitigate the latest crisis, this negotiation was led by a company called BlackRock. And now it seems results are showing up. At least according to the Argentinian government, a deal has finally been done. The American investment corporation BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager company. On behalf of 3 different creditor groups, to which Argentina owns more than half of its overseas debt, BlackRock has been negotiating with the Argentinian government. The negotiations have been over restructuring of around $65 billion in debt, which the Argentinian state owes to this and other bondholders. The investors have agreed to drop their defaulted bonds for new ones, which will be paid back under 55 cents of every dollar of the original value. Yes, you understood correctly. This means lenders to the country will lose 45% of their original investments. The government had set a deadline of Tuesday, August 4th, for the deal to be done. According to the news agency Bloomberg, the breakthrough came during a phone call between the Argentinian Economy Minister, Martin Guzman, and BlackRock Managing Director, Jennifer O'Neill. The deal is very important for the Argentinian government because the country won't be locked out of international credit markets, and also because it avoids the huge reputational damage that would come with a total default. When Argentina refused to pay more than $80 billion in debt back in 2001, it took years of litigation and the bondholders won in court. This debt led to another default in 2014 and another settlement in 2016. So if this deal is really going to happen on these terms, this means bondholders have made significant concessions to Argentina, saving the state not just money, but also a fraction of its bad reputation at the table of international credit borrowing. As we just mentioned, Argentina has a bad payment history, but now the country's got a break in large part because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Argentina has been in a particularly bad recession since 2018, and the pandemic has only worsened an already dramatic situation. However, even if it really closes this deal, it is certainly not the end of Argentina's economic problems. As a matter of fact, this is more like a bandage that allows the country time to pursue a more lasting treatment. After all, as we mentioned in the beginning of this story, on the top of the $323 billion to the investment groups they just renegotiated, Argentina owes around $44 billion to be renegotiated with the International Monetary Fund. I'm João Freitas from Miami for Digpu News Network. And don't forget to follow our channel as well as liking this video for more exclusive news.